Alrighty, right. Everything looks fine. So far, so good. Let's get cracking. More Hildibrand. 6.1. 5 dropped. Ah, come on, dude. Time to laugh. A sleeping gentleman. The pungent Lalafell can scarcely conceal his excitement. Wait, I know you. We met in Kugane. You're the stone-cold killer I asked to look after the love of my life. Oh, the creep. What's that look for? Surely you haven't forgotten me. You and me, we had a moment, a connection. Not like the one I've got with her, of course, but I know I left an impression. Oh gosh, which one to go with? The creepy little bastard who smells like cheese and followed Nashu to Kugane after stalking her for over 5 years? Yeah, let's go with that one. Hey, there's nothing creepy about my love. It's as pure as the pristine waters of forest stream. Fair point about the cheese sting though. But enough about me, this is about Miss Nashu. Ever since she got sucked into that weird portal back east, I've been scouring the world for any sign of her. I was this close to giving up, but then huzzah! I found her here in Razatan. Normally I'd be happy to get back to playing this silent invisible guardian, but she seems pretty distressed by the plight of her inspector friend. He's here too, but laid up and showing no signs of waking up anytime soon. My Nashu has been fashioning all sorts of medicines in hope of rousing him, but to no avail. I mean, I couldn't care less if he kicked the bucket, but I hate seeing her like this. She's liable to work herself to death. So what say you? Will you deliver my dearest Nashu from her plight? You'll find her over at the High Crucible, no doubt slaving over an alembic. And with that, I'll get back to cheering her on from the shadows. You too, I guess. Now go quickly, save my beloved. Ah. Okay, Nashu. And that should do it. Now to take this medicine and... Cool, Solania. It feels like it's been forever. Though definitely less than a year, I'm sure. Well, couple of months for me. What brings you to Razatan? Enjoying a spot adventuring, or perhaps... Your creepy fella informed me about your presence here. Then you've heard. It's true. Inspector Hildibrand's gone into hibernation again. And, wait, you're giving me that look. The one that screams, what about the whole weird portal business? Alright, since you silently asked. So back on the Ruby Sea, remember how Greg got doused with dew prism and was forced to whisk us all far away? How that strange rift then opened up, which the inspector then got sucked up into, and how I followed him in after that? Well, after that, we all ended up in a bizarre place. Couldn't tell up from down, left from right. And so we wandered, lost and confused. Fortunately, Craig came to his senses and explained that we were in the interspectorial rift, and then used the same trick to bring us home. Greg himself stayed behind though. Something about a score that he had to settle. Not sure what that was about, but hey, you know Greg. Anyway, we're back now. But the rub is that Inspector Hildibrand hasn't opened his eyes once. I know he needs his beauty sleep, but it's been an awfully long time, and we've got cases to solve. I've been trying my hand at the apothecary stuff, seeing if I can make something that'll get him up and moving, but nothing seems to work. Okay, have you given him a smack? But I think we're making progress. Me and Mr. Chupacabra from the Shakshuka concern, that is. You remember Mr. Chupacabra, right? Got sucked into the rift along with us, former evil mastermind. Not so bad once you get to know him. Pleased I am to meet you once more, and under less compromising circumstances. If I may correct our mutual friend, I am Jubraka, chairman of the Psychiatra concern. I have no idea how you pronounce that. Your distrustful and somewhat bloodthirsty glare is not unwarranted, but in my defense, who among us has not contemplated enslaving the rich and powerful to bend the world to their whim? I pray you forgive me my poor joke, and allow me to assure you that after wandering the interdimensional rifts for the sisters only know how long, I am a changed man. Naturally, I understand that words alone would not suffice to absolve me of my sins. Thus, since my return, I have operated a humble apothecary that caters to the needs of one and all. Furthermore, I made arrangements for Miss Nashu's workshop. Rest assured that I will spare no effort in helping her see Inspector Hildibrand awakened and returned to full health. And with that, if you would excuse me, I must see to other business. What's the other business? Innocent smile. Isn't he the nicest ex-villain you've ever met? Ah, but that's right. I had just finished my latest medicine. I've got high hopes for this new recipe. I suppose I ought to get a look at the Mandeville man himself. By all means, the inspector is resting in a room up in Kama. Awake or asleep, I'm sure he'd enjoy your company. Let's go. Aww. Isn't the room nice? Mr. Chupacabra's taken care of everything. Even paid the rent in full. Ah, but I'm distracting you, aren't I? You need to concentrate while you examine the inspector, yes? Started sleeping Inspector Hildibrand. You may move the camera as well. Okay. Examine the booger. Hildibrand's face. Rugged features belly what is, at closer glance, the sensitive mien of a cultured gentleman. While he still breathes, he appears to be locked in a deep slumber. Okay, but how? Arm? Rippling muscles bespeak impressive strength, while smooth skin suggests that only on the rarest of occasions does the man resort to violence. I don't know, maybe gloves help. Troublingly, his limbs are stiff and cool to the touch, as if the blood runs cold in his veins. Legs? The exquisite buckles of the stylish footwear are a design unique to the house Mandeville. These shoes would almost certainly fetch a small fortune in the markets. The inspector's condition is disturbingly reminiscent of the Scions who were summoned to the First for a time. Oh, so he is in First. Narcolepsy. Oh, finished already? Any theories as to what's wrong with the inspector? Let's go well, he's a soulless husk, which is less than ideal. I see, I mean, I don't, but that's what you're supposed to say at times like this, I know that much. How do we wake him up? Return his soul to his body. But where did it go, and what is it doing there? Probably went to the first to become the gentleman of darkness, as you do. Just poke fun of the warrior of darkness. I see. Right, so can you go there? Great, in that case, I'll leave the soul searching to you. I'm sure it goes without saying, but once you've arrived in this otherworldly world, look for a place that smells of mystery and intrigue, and chat with people there. That's Started Agent of Inquiry Protocol. Oh, and since this is Inspector Hildibrand we're talking about, don't be surprised if you find him asleep or having forgotten a thing or two. But not to worry, I've prepared my traditional medicine, just in case. Don't hesitate to use it. And with that, do take care out there. Glinart. Welcome back, friend. I'd offer you a pint, but my barman's sense tells me that's not why you're here. Where's Hildy? So this friend of yours has gone missing. Sorry to hear that, but plenty of travelers pass through these parts. Could you describe the fellow to me? Hume barely wears a monocle, well-meaning idiot. Yes, that sounds familiar. Mind you, I didn't see him myself, but I do believe one of our bounty hunters spied such a man when you were all battling that horde of spectral warriors. Giot, come here for a moment. There's someone who wants to speak with you. That's so? Make it quick. This ale isn't going to drink itself. Wait, you're one of the Exarch's friend, the warrior of darkness. Fought by your side when the glowing bastards came to ruin our day. But we showed them, ha! But enough reminiscing. What's so important that you had to interrupt my regularly scheduled drinking? Hildy, have you seen the bugger? Now that you mention it, I did see someone like that. Back there on the battlefield, after you ran off to do more hero work. At first, I thought he was going to attack me like the rest of the spirit Watses. But no, he just stood there, striking a pose, trying to scare or seduce me. Damned if I could tell. Still, he was glowing, and I wasn't about to take my chances, so I said, "Hey, piss off, ghost," and I sent him packing. Did he die, you ask? To which I say, what am I, a chirurgeon? Someone who operates, there we go. Also, I've kept my mark waiting long enough. Good talk. Could it be? The warrior of darkness? I thought that was your voice, but was convinced my ears were playing tricks on me. It's good to see you again. Didn't mean to eavesdrop, but we overheard you discussing the renegade poser. Okay, what made him the renegade? We've been searching for him for some time now. There have been sightings in Lakeland, you see. Vonard and I have been tasked with getting to the bottom of it. We've little in the way of useful information, though. All we know is that he appears without warning and strikes a disturbing pose. He's not caused any harm, if you discount the shock of a strange man gesticulating in your general direction, that is. Nevertheless, we're worried his behavior might escalate. Have you been tasked with apprehending the miscreant as well? Not quite, Vonard. Selania came back to track down a missing friend. Your miscreant, I regret to say, might be my friend. If the man you're looking for might be one and the same, then why not work together? Between the three of you, you're bound to have better luck. It would be an honor, and a great help. We were just about to leave, to gather testimony, as it happens. Come and join us in Solon when you've finished here. We'll solve this mystery in no time. Did I see him? You bet I did. I was crossing the forest of the Lost Shepherd, on my way to deliver fish to the Ostal Imperative. Out of nowhere, this odd man leapt in front of me. I thought he was a bandit at first, but then he abruptly turned to the side, curled his neck, and put his fist to his head, as if to say, I don't know, it was baffling. I ran when I realized he wasn't going to do anything else. Oh, that fellow. I saw him the other day on the way home from Clearmelt. I'd enjoyed one too many libations after my bath, and ended up wandering off into the forest. Before I knew it, the sun was dipping low, and the sky turning dark, and I was beginning to wonder if I'd ever make it home. Then I felt a gentle tug at my arm. And would you believe it? This odd-looking man led me out of the forest and set me back on the road. I thanked him profusely, but he said nothing in reply, just struck this pose and walked off. Why yes, I saw someone like that. When I was out picking mushrooms in the forest, he even spoke to me. I was repulsed at first by his form, but he only wanted to warn me that fell beasts lurk in the forest, and that I should be wary. Contrary to appearances, I'd say he was actually quite gentlemanly. Finished questioning the locals, have you? Were you able to learn anything? Not only has the poser caused no harm, he's even helped people? So he's a gentleman, albeit a suspicious one. Something of a contradiction, you might say, but there's no reason to doubt what we've heard. Everyone seems to encounter him in the forest of the Lost Shepherd, right? Then that's where we'll look next, shall we? Well, here we are. But how exactly are we supposed to begin our search? These woods are, well, woods. Got a plan, do you? Far be it from me to doubt the warrior of darkness. Show us what you've got in mind, and we'll back you up at the best of our ability. Okay, I did not expect that. Heck yeah, spreading. Hark, what a familiar gentlemanly gyrations are these? Oh. Change the outfit. The Light Warden, the Forgiven Gentleman. Yeah, that's a more familiar entrance. On your guard, it's a Sin Eater. No, wait, that's no Sin Eater. It's Hildibrand. Hildibrand? Who is this Hildibrand of whom you speak? I am the Forgiven Gentleman, Devourer of Sins, Light Warden Extraordinaire. You might occasionally moonlight as a zombie overlord, but trust me, you are Gentleman Inspector. Inspector, Sin Eater, Inspector, Sin Eater. You're acquainted with this, gentleman? You could say that. Right then. Clearly, your friend has been through a lot, but still, how did he get in his head he's a Sin Eater? Is there no way to bring back his memories? Heck yeah, give him a whack. Explosives? We're trying to save him, right? Lesson from Nashu. Playing volleyball. Don't. Oh yeah. Should be back to himself. Wicked White, we've killed him. Easy there. Not the first time he strikes that pose. Hey, he managed to dig himself by himself for once. I say, Selania, I had resigned myself to Nashu's ungentle methodology, but you too, my British friend. But never mind that, I do not recall the world being quite so purple. Previously, I was with Nashu and Greg, wandering the bizarre, shadowy realm known as the Interspectorial Rift. Oh? That's still the first. Hmm? Where am I? Who am I? Words should come first before the poses. That sickening light, that aggressive posturing. I know what you are. You're one of them, ain't you? What you need is a good old-fashioned woven decking. He's going Super Saiyan. Piss off, Ghost. Now how has he dug himself out from that particular predicament? He didn't. Oh, a Sin Eater helped. There we go. Shake that booty. The Sin Eater's confused. Sin Eater runs away. Run for your lives. It's a Sin Eater. A Sin Eater? I guess he's been stricken in the head a few too many times at this point. It's finally catching up to him. I'll be damned. I saw a vision of the man's past. No wonder he became convinced he was a Sin Eater. I saw it too. It was quite possibly the most ridiculous memory I've ever glimpsed. You're first, eh? Answer me, my faithful assistant. Where are we? And why is it so purple? The first? The first what? Are you telling... Oh, skip that. Accidentally clicked. Good gods, to think that I have transcended the very boundaries of time and space. But worry not, my adoring fans. Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, will return to you forthwith. There's better be a good emote for this. We will see if they introduce one. Heck yeah. Hildibrand is back and full of spectral beings. Well, I've enjoyed what time I've spent in this far-flung first that I can remember. We should be getting back to our own world soon. Would you happen to know how we might go about doing that? Impossible. Restore my soul with a spirit vessel? Say no more. Your cursory description was more than enough for me to grasp the concept completely. It is not unlike brewing the perfect cup of coffee, which means our task is clear. We require the services of a skilled soul sommelier. Wait. Well, there's Beg Luke, but where are we going to get the blood? Now that the Exarch is no more? We require the services of Beg Luke. Splendid. I see that even in this world, you rub shoulders with the cream. Let us pay this Beg Luke a visit. I'm not sure what you're plotting to do with souls, but if you require Beg Luke assistance, we can help. They've aided us time and again, and I reckon they'd do the same for your friend here. Come with us to the Cabinet of Curiosity. If you're ready, I'll call for Beg Luke. The Genius Soul Sommelier. You've come highly recommended by Selania. And what an adorable little puppy you have. Soul what? Puppy? I beg your pardon, but there seems to be some confusion. Puppy? Who's this imbecile, Selania? I've half a mind to make him dig a hole so I can throw him in it. But I presume he's a friend of yours. And one in need, no less. Yes, another soul that needs to travel. What? Another of your friends that needs to be sent back to the source? Have you forgotten how complex and difficult it was to do with the last time? Yet you waltz in here and ask me this favor with the air of one shopping for a new hat. His case is no different from the others, at least. He's present only in soul, as they were. We'll need another spirit vessel, of course. You don't happen to have one on you already, do you? Not really, but I can travel back. Oh, I do? Entrusted to you by the Crystal Exarch, you say? Heh, if only he knew how you were using it. Fortunately, I have Boxy on hand. We've been using it to treat patients at risk of transforming into eaters, but I suppose it's due for a change of pace. There is, however, one concern, in case I didn't make it clear before. The process can place great strain upon one's soul. If he is lacking in resilience, there is a chance he will not survive, that his very essence will be rent asunder. After what he lived through, it would be implausibly anticlimactic for him to die like that. Selania knows me all too well. I assure you, my good sommelier, who is most certainly not a dog, you needn't worry about Hildibrand, Helidor, Maximilian Mandeville. Yes, I get the distinct impression that the gods themselves could not kill him if they tried, and they have. Come along then, Hildy, I can't be bothered to remember that name. 1,000 thanks, simply point me to the soul siphon, and I shall hop right in. The rest of you can wait here, I promise, I won't hurt him. No matter how much I might be tempted. Ah. You will be pleased to know that the process was smooth and uneventful. Honestly, I was hoping for more of a challenge. All you need to do is to take his spirit vessel back to the source and bring it in contact with his corporal body. He should awaken immediately with his soul and memories intact. If there's nothing else, Vonnet and I should be getting back to our duties. It was pleasure, Selania, if all too brief. I won't pretend I understood even a fraction of what happened, but I'm glad I was there for it. Till we meet again, rest assured that Thyla and I will be doing our damnedest to look after the people here in your absence. Form your volleyball team, guys. You did well. They definitely need to do more stuff with first. Oh, and now the body's gone. Nashu, you're back, and not a moment too soon. We have an emergency on our hands. Gentlemanly spirit vessel. The inspector's soul is in this, you say? That's great. But we have another problem now. The inspector's body has gone missing. We went to the markets to do some shopping, and when we came back, he was nowhere to be seen. I double-checked that every door was locked before we left. There's nothing to suggest that someone forced their way in. We've got a case on our hands. The case of evaporating inspector. We must begin our investigation at once. Come on, let's start looking for witnesses. Did I see anyone get carried out of that house, you ask? I was too distracted with stock taking to make note of any comings or goings. Sorry I couldn't be of more help. Mechbacht? I didn't see anyone carry a person out of that house, no. But I did see a man carrying a particularly large sack. So heavy he's trained to lift it. I didn't think much of it at the time, but now that you mention it, it was a bit suspicious. We got a lead then. Ah, there you are. This man says he has vital information that will help us in our investigation. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Delian, Editor-in-Chief of the Tavnerian Truth, a monthly publication devoted to exploring unexplained and otherworldly phenomena of our isle. Your glasses, mate. Your companion shared with me the news of your friend's disappearance, and I happen to know precisely who is behind the incident, but I fear you may not like the answer, for the kidnapper is not of this star. They came from the heavens, from beyond the great expanse. They descend in curious saucer-shaped airships to study our world, our society, our buildings, our very bodies. You shudder, no doubt, as you realize of whom I speak. It couldn't be, you protest. Oh, but it could, and it is. Your dear friend, the inspector, has been abducted by aliens. Oh, but he'll be fine, you assure yourself. After all, they just want to understand us better. You poor deluded child. That they do, but to what end? Why else? That they might one day take over our world. What is worse, they plot to do so with the aid of collaborators. Or the Shallayans are in league with our would-be overlords, providing the aliens with vital information on our vulnerabilities in exchange for a position of power within the regime. Loperids? Really? The final day was also the work of these alien invaders, an attempt to sow chaos that our world would be easier to conquer. Blessedly, it was a fraud. If only by damn luck, as those that did the frauding were blissfully unaware of the true nature of the threat. I had hoped the setback would discourage the aliens from coming back, if not move them to abandon their ambitions, but it would seem events have only emboldened them, if they are indeed carrying out abductions here in Razathan. Even as we speak, your friend lays prone on a sterile bed in the base, on the surface of the moon, where they poke and probe him with inscrutable instruments, as their floppy ears wiggle with fiendish delight. Ah, but I have said too much. I must continue my investigation in secret. The fate of our world is at stake. Well, he did get some facts right. Loperids, moon, Shallayan collaborating with him. Oh no, that sounds awful. We have to go to the moon and save the inspector at once. At least he got the floppy ears part right. So you don't think the inspector is somewhere getting probed by aliens? But if not them, then who's probing him? Oh, he was just kidnapped. A man carrying a suspiciously large sack. That sounds promising. Maybe someone else can tell us more. Someone up ahead may have seen something. Let's ask around. Okay, Nash is following us. Whee! What will you share? Discuss the Arkasodara. Parika and his family are the nicest people. They've got such gentle eyes and long snouts too. Longer than anyone I've ever met in Eorzea. The man with the sack. Indeed, I couldn't help but take note of him as he passed, trying so very hard to be inconspicuous as he was. He descended to Alzedal's path that went over to the fountain where he met with a merchant, I believe. Such a hefty sack it was. My mind was racing with the possibilities of what it might contain. That had to be our men, right? We need to hunt down that merchant. Now, quick question. Are they supposed to be the Asian elephants or the African ones? Dress is telling me it's the Asian ones, but the size of the ears, it's telling me it's the African. It's incredible, isn't it? It reminds me of one of those giant statue of Lord Goldbert at the Gold Saucer. Once the inspector's back on his feet, we'll have to show him. A man with a large sack? Ha! You bet I saw him. In fact, I sold him my chocobo. At first, I told him to get lost. That bird and I go way back and so forth. But he was in a hurry, and his offer was very generous. When you're in my line of work, you can't afford to get too sentimental, and now I can buy a whole stable worth of chocobos. Did he say where he was planning to go next? He was muttering something about having to go to the Salt Wind's Welcome in a hurry, probably why he was so desperate for a chocobo. It's a long way to go on foot, never mind the sack. Did you hear that, Selania? We need to head to Salt Wind's Welcome right away. Here we are, which means the mysterious man with the mysterious sack must be near. Keep your eyes peeled. Over there, that man is definitely up to no good. Maybe he's waiting for a conspirator, sorry. We should stay out of sight and watch what happens. I thought we meant to save him. Ah, here we go. Ex-villain turns out to still be a villain. Ah, Mr. Chupacabra? But he expressly told us he had put the evil schemes behind him. He wouldn't lie, would he? No, of course not. The goods appear to be none the worse for wear. Very well, your payment as promised. My client will be most pleased. Okay. Oh no, is he going to feed the inspector to that giant sea monster? It's honor and pleasure as always, Dr. Lugay. I have faith this specimen will meet with your satisfaction. So this is the one said to be the strongest, most resilient in all the world. The Mandeville man. None other. He has weathered countless explosions and a multitude of martial abuses, including a devastating suplex I myself did witness. It is even said he survived a journey to Dalamud itself, and survived the Lesser Moon's fall with a nary scratch. Most fortunate for us, he has fallen into a coma, from which I am pleased. I am assured he will never awake. You are free to do with his body as you please. Even the mightiest of warriors can't fight while asleep. Those meddlers may have gotten the better of me and my beautiful boy in the Tower of Babel, but my next child will be all but invincible. With this body mine to command, I will exact a bloody glorious revenge. Forgive me my boldness, Dr. Lugay, but when might I expect the rest of my payment? I have debts that must be repaid. Worry not. With the telephory gone for good, the vast fortune of House Brutus is entirely at my disposal. I shall shower you with my wealth, my loyal minion. And gladly shall I accept the spoils, Doctor, and resolve never to renounce my wicked ways, for surely this time I will suffer no comeuppance. Okay, let's get involved. No, not you. Not now. Bah! I must away. Oh, he nicked the body. Wait, Dr. Lugay, my payment. Wake up, Inspector. Soul vessel, here you go, just toss it. Ah, good aim. Knocked him out. Could it be? The world's no longer purple. Stop moving, damn you. You're supposed to be the comatose centerpiece of my glorious revenge. Self-destruct button. Oh no, just activated some rockets. Mommy! Ah, there he is. No, he's definite. Is he traveling to the moon? Not again. Hold on tight. Speed up the descent. No. Tactical nuke. Heck yeah, new pose. I say, that was a rather dramatic series of events to awaken to. But more importantly, after a brief detour, I find myself in my own world once more. My most sincere apologies for causing you such trouble, my loyal assistant. But rejoice, for Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, has made his triumphant return. Okay. This is definitely not the Loporitz. Wait, Inspector. I knew it. An alien abduction. And to think I would have the chance to witness one with my own eyes. This month's issue of the Tavnerian Truth shall be the best one yet. And just when I thought we finally had the inspector back, off he went, and then came back, and then floated off again. Ah. I wonder how they're going to push it even further. I know it's not the first time that he has taken to the skies without warning, but still, it's always a little disappointing. Still, there's no use crying over flying inspectors. Let us return to Razatan. Oh, Inspector, why have you left me again? And where have you gone? No, this won't do. Get it together, Nashu. There's a case to be solved. Just you wait, Inspector. Your loyal assistant, Nashu, will solve the mystery of your disappearance. Again. And don't you worry, Selenia. As soon as I have a new lead, you'll be the first to know. Till next time. Oh, that was awesome. Meanwhile, in Mare Lamentorium. Oh, really? To the moon? But I thought Loporits were incapable of just direct flight to the Eosia. Aww. Okay, this might be the new emote. With astute mind and explosive panic, he'll fight the crime, crush the case in a flash. Dashing debonair, pure gentleman flair. Our agent of inquiry, Hildibrand's. Till next time, Inspector. Oh, my cheeks are hurting me now.